वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम गाइस। स्वागत है दोस्तों आप सभी का आज की ब्रांड न्यू लाइव स्ट्रीम में। क्या हाल चाल है सभी के? आई होप सब लोग बढ़िया होंगे एंड फुल बूम मचा रहे होंगे। तो आ चुके हैं वापसी हमारी जेंशन की आगे की स्टोरी लेकर। आज डे 43 43 है ना? 43 आज। तो स्वागत है आप सभी का एक और नए एपिसोड में जेंशन के। तो क्या सुमेरु में हम जहाँ लास्ट टाइम हमने देखा था कि कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन निकालनी थी हमें। हम एक पर्टिकुलर बंदे के ऊपर इंफॉर्मेशन निकालनी थी। और ये क्या है? ये क्या चीज़ है भाई? अच्छा, कुछ नया क्वेस्ट इवेंट आया है शायद। तो हमें जो इंफॉर्मेशन निकालनी थी वो गलत इंफॉर्मेशन मिली थी। जो लोग थे वो मतलब बुरे लोग थे। तो हमें एक अच्छा वहाँ पे एक व्यक्ति, उसका नाम मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा, मगर उसने हमारी हेल्प की और हमने उनसे फाइट भी की जो बुरे लोग थे, जो कि गलत इन्फॉर्मेशन निकाल देते। तो हमने जो उनको 1 लाख, करीबन 1 लाख मोरा जो दिया था वो हमने वापस भी ले लिया उनसे। तो हमें जो इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए थी वो तो हमें उतनी मिली नहीं है और
There's no
चीज़ें
such thing as pure
हमें
freedom in
और
this
आगे
world.
एक्सप्लोर करनी है, देखते हैं क्या है क्या नहीं है। तो लास्ट टाइम जहाँ तक मुझे याद है कि हमें सुमेरु सिटी में वापस जाना था। चलते हैं। हम्म। अरे ये क्या हो रहा है? ये क्या हो रहा है? अच्छा, वो
We're
स्टार्ट हो
gonna be
गया।
late! It's all because you wouldn't get out of bed! We should go meet Dinyarzad right away!
तो लास्ट टाइम हमने यहीं पर छोड़ा था। सब फेस्टिवल। ठीक है, तो वहाँ जाना है हमें। ओके,
Quit following me.
चलते हैं अभी। गो टू द अपॉइंटेड प्लेस एंड टॉक टू
Good morning, Dinyarzad. Sorry we're late.
दुनियाज़ाद।
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Sure! Traveler? Why are you just standing there? Let's get going!
ठीक है। ड्राइवर ऑफ फेस्टिवल। अच्छा, फेस्टिवल हमें यहाँ पर भी मनाना था लास्ट टाइम, मुझे याद आया।
Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
सारे शॉपकीपर से हम परिचित हो जाएंगे, यहाँ पर पहचान हो जाएगी हमारी।
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
You are quite well informed, miss. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
Plants! Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed. Actually, what is the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just
It's one of the Sabzerus festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendroarchon.
Remnants appear to be in the form of the moon.
Really? Paimon thought it looked like some kind of food.
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now. Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, right. It means illusions and lies.
ये कल हो गया था हमारा तो
But
वापस
if
से
you
कर रहे हैं
trust
ये,
your
चलो ठीक है
intuition and overcome your fears,
मुझे लगता है
the
पूरा
sun
हुआ
will
नहीं तो
surely rise.
सो ऐसे feel like I had this before
Understood. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
वापस से हो रहा है ये सब कुछ अच्छा
Guess
इसमें
that was
illusions
still
and
pretty
lights
interesting. Okay, on to the next stall.
मे बी ये चीजें वापस से हो रही हैं इसके
Where to
साथ
next?
मे बी देखते क्या होता है क्योंकि कल भी हमने सेम चीज़ की थी और आज भी वही हो रही है तो मे बी या तो ये स्टोरी का पार्ट है कुछ इल्यूजन टाइप का या तो वापस से हो रही है
All
ये
right,
देखो सेम
soldiers.
चीज़ हो रही है
Now that you have your Yalda candies, don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, Knight Varus! What's going on? Is this a play?
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sub-Zera's festival icon and one immensely popular with children.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can meet the Night of Flowers.
हमने यहाँ पे वही है कि कुछ चीज़ें ली थी यहाँ पे
Oh,
अक्कड़
do you
बक्कड़
want
बम्बे
some
वो किया
Yalda
था
candies? I happen to have some boxes ready here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
What's to pick? Don't these boxes all look the same?
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit,
Ooh, how interesting.
and there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Ugh, why do those flavors even exist? Traveler, help Paimon pick one. Paimon wants to eat the Sensetia flavor.
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
ठीक है तो मैं नंबर 4 चूज करता हूँ क्योंकि पिछली बार नंबर 4 ही था डेफिनेटली नंबर 4
Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Paimon bet you had incredible luck.
that just
and
now I don't
Paimon
think
was
that
right.
was luck ओके तो ये मतलब इल्यूजन में है एक आई डोंट नो व्हाई बट आई न्यू इट मस्ट हैव बीन नंबर 4
Huh? How's that possible? It's obviously random.
व्हाई डू आई कीप हैविंग दिस सीन ऑफ डेजा व्यू
Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
ओके कुछ तो गड़बड़ है I'm sorry Junjal but I need to leave for a
Oh,
moment
sure.
Where are you going? You're just gonna walk off like that?
तो ऐसा तो मेरे साथ भी हो चुका है कई बार कि सेम चीज़ दोबारा रिपीट हो रही है वही चीज़ the flavor of deja vu go to the Lambeth Tavern
Quit following me.
ठीक है तो जहाँ हम थे इंटर हुए थे जहाँ मतलब रेस्ट ले रहे थे वहीं पे जाना है वही मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि कल कुछ ऐसा ही हुआ था सेम चीज़ मैं कहा ये तो हम कर चुके हैं
A feeling of deja vu? Oh, Paimon knows what that is. It's when you feel like you've already experienced whatever is going on. In that case, Paimon also felt something like that today. But that's just our brains playing tricks on us, isn't it? So, why'd you run here in such a hurry?
I want to do something I normally never would. I want to see if I can get rid of this.
So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't and seeing if you still get that same feeling of deja vu.
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat?
One charcoal baked जो भी है.
Got it.
You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say, you've got good taste. I'll give this order to the kitchen.
Charcoal-baked Angelina cake? Isn't it that burned thing that didn't look tasty at all? Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. You'd never normally order something like this. That thing? Are you really gonna eat it? Isn't this going a bit too far?
Here goes.
How was it?
The look
The
on her
look on your face is
telling.
telling Paimon that it tasted awful.
No, it's actually tastes
Then,
really good.
you mean
This flavor.
that's impossible? We were just talking about how gross it looked. So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu?
I couldn't get rid of it after all.
Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times, even though we aren't regulars. How about we go out again and try something else?
ओके तो ये एक इल्यूजन में फंस चुकी है मे बी ऐसा ही कुछ है
Hey, Dinyarzad is sitting by herself on that bench over there. What a coincidence, Dinyarzad. We meet again. Why are you sitting here all by yourself?
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now, but thankfully Dia came to my rescue. I started to feel unwell after that, so I said,
Kidnappers? Oh my goodness, are you hurt?
ये चीज़ पहले भी हो चुकी है
I'm okay.
शायद
Dia's arm got scratched, but it isn't serious.
Whew, that's a big relief. But, Dunyarzad, you seem a little down today. It's the Sub-Zero's festival, and you've been looking
अरे हम
forward
फेस्टिवल में भी तो
to
जा
it so
चुके हैं
much.
Not at all.
पर
I've always
फेस्टिवल
been
हो गया
like
था
this. Excessive besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days, my time will come to an end.
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
I'm so sorry for leaving you behind earlier.
It really is fine. I don't mind.
I just experienced a number of strange events.
Huh? Did something happen?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt deja vu? You know, like when you've already experienced something that's happening right now?
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now. Even if I were feeling deja vu, I suppose I would already be used to it.
Oh, Paimon sees. Then, is it only the two of us?
It's almost time.
Huh? Time for what?
Nilu's Dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. Let's go.
Okay.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will publicly announce it later through the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zero's festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
ये सेम चीज़ हुई थी पहले भी.
Milu, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
It's okay. There's nothing we can do about it.
But you've been really looking forward to this.
It truly is unfortunate, but I don't want to cause trouble for anyone. Didn't the Grand Sage say that he might investigate the organizers?
True, but... well, okay.
The next festival. I probably won't be around by then.
Wait, what did you just say?
No, nothing. I'll be heading back to rest. Thank you for your help, everyone.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did!
It's a real shame. For some reason I felt like this outcome was in me.
Did Dunyarzad already go back? We should also return and get some sleep.
I still was forced to come, unfortunate abrupt end.
So, in the end, you still couldn't figure out what that deja vu feeling was all about? Maybe it really was because of exhaustion.
I'm feeling pretty groggy. I haven't thought about it, but my head does feel very heavy.
Same here. That's why Paimon stopped thinking about it halfway through the day. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more thinking tomorrow.
Observing a modest drop in the output of jnana energy, but values still remain within normal parameters.
Continue to monitor for variances in the data and find the cause as soon as possible.
Why does Paimon feel so tired after so much sleep? Anyway, we should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
तो ये सेम चीज़ वापस से हो रही है. अच्छा वो क्वेश्चन हो गया.
Too slow.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Not at all.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Great idea! Let's get going! Traveler? Hey.
कुछ तो गड़बड़ है भाई. ये सेम चीज़ हो रही है.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy the Sub-Zero's festival.
देखो सेम चीज़.
Oh, are you interested in Yalda candies? I have some boxes of candy here.
Not much of a choice. All these boxes look the same.
It's not that simple. Each box contains a
They are?
And there's also lizard tail.
Huh? What were those last two? She'll help me choose.
No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
Number 4 obvious सी बात है.
Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all. Oh, congratulations! Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
ये किसी मूवी की तरह लग रहा है जहाँ पे डेजा व्यू में हम एक ही चीज़ कर रहे होते हैं. ठीक है, फिर हम रियल वर्ल्ड में कहीं और ही होते हैं. यहाँ पे हमारे ऊपर एक्सपेरिमेंट किया जा रहा होता है, सेम वही चीज़ हो रही है, मुझे ऐसा ही लग रहा है कि ये सारी चीज़ें हो चुकी है।
Paimon knew she always had incredible luck.
Number 1 is a lizard tail. Number 2,
Paimon's not really interested in the.
Wait. How did you know? Don't tell me that you already knew which.
What? She was right about all of them?
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes this morning and they've been mind reading? X-ray vision? Or some kind of magic trick? This is way too freaky.
Tell us what's going on. Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler?
just now that was.
Hey, where are you going? What's going on? Did you see something?
Follow the familiar figure.
Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her know is kinda rude, you know.
ये कौन जा रहा है? इसको पकड़ना पड़ेगा भाई।
Quit following me. Behold.
वो भागते हुए कौन है ये? ओए रुक जा।
Quit following me.
वही रुक जा। तो यहीं पर है।
What are you looking for? Why did we come here?
I'm feeling a figure an overwhelming sense of feeling.
Traveler?
Over there.
That's...
ओके कुछ तो गड़बड़ चल रही है, इसे पकड़ना होगा। ये रही छोटी सी लड़की है ये। ये करना क्या चाह रही है? इससे तो मिल चुके हैं ना शायद, ये वही है। नहीं ये अलग है शायद।
Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad? What's happening here? Why are there two Dunyarzads? You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this.
ये
A
इसने ये
knowledge
यूज़ किया है।
capsule? Where did you get it? What's inside? You should use it too, Paimon. You know Paimon? Well, this seems kinda sketchy, but Paimon feels like this is what we should do.
ओके इनकी याददाश्त वापस आ चुकी है, जो भी हो रहा है।
This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival? Huh? No. The 30th? 40th? Just how many times have we been to the Sub-Zero's festival?
ये तो लूप में ही फंस गई है भाई पूरा।
Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized. What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule? Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met. And I answered that question a long time ago. Let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst for restoring our memories, and the knowledge capsule was just your means of showing our minds the way. What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the two of us? Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro. And you also have special, sensitive constitutions. It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness.
What's wrong with it?
A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida.
Nihida. I know you were introduced yourself before.
Good. You passed the test.
Okay.
What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait. Please don't tell Paimon even you don't know. Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside a one-day samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I don't know how you'd be after that. I can only give you surface-level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing all I can to slow down Dunyarzad's illness. She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after each Sub-Zero's festival. If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall. You sure love to use weird analogies. Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Let me collect my thoughts. When you enter a state of contemplation, you can choose any text to interpret it. This interpretation process involves analysis of the text entry and may yield new entries. Once interpreted, you may submit that text as a conclusion. Some text entries can be associated with one another when interpreted. Select Associate to choose the other text entry, then select Trigger Association. You can gain new text entries by performing accurate associations. So, if one of the text entries in the current page can be used as a conclusion, then select that entry before choosing submit conclusion. Google background says speech deja vu abnormal mental fatigue. इसमें क्या करना चाहिए?
What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger.
Okay. Again, submit.
That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through. My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through.
Okay.
The moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean? That doesn't sound right. Grand Sage said, Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something more? That doesn't sound right. We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. I can't seem to cohesively piece everything together. I can't seem to cohesively...
Okay, time loop. Okay.
That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day.
Okay.
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past. A pity. Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of sense. It feels like time's just repeating itself. A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information. Unfortunately, I can't give you any more hints. Dunyarzad!
1 मिनट गाइस, मेरे को 1 मिनट देना, मैं अभी आया. Okay guys, I'm back.
The Sub-Zeru's festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find the truth before today's festival ends. Let's think about our current situation. To save Dunyarzad, we have to escape the samsara of the Sub-Zeru's festival. And to do that, we need to figure out what's happening. The truth. Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so we must have missed something, right? Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but let's go talk to people again. It's more productive than sitting here and scratching our heads. Why don't we start with those stall owners?
Ask around for clues about current situation.
Too slow.
Hey there!
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend?
She's feeling a little unwell.
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the forest just yesterday.
Okay, have you felt anything strange lately?
Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling produce here today. I haven't felt anything strange.
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yesterday truly yesterday? Did you actually come back from the forest yesterday?
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Are you two daydreaming? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
अच्छा, ड्रीम नहीं देखता कोई भी है ना?
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? Is everyone dreaming?
Remember what he said just now.
True. It's so weird that people here don't dream. Why is that? Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago. Let's keep asking around.
कि भाई साहब से पूछते हैं क्या सीन है?
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person?
We actually did run into situation.
Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just hadn't fully understood its significance yet.
You're really excited about this, huh? That's exactly why we came back. Help us better understand it.
Help you better understand it? Well, that isn't exactly what I excel at.
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into?
We are all trapped in a day of the Sub-Zero's festival.
Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam. What you just said, are you serious? Does that kind of thing actually happen in real life?
Paimon knew you weren't going to believe it.
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination. The moon, illusions, and lies. It really felt like an omen.
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going on. Can you read any more into it?
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals.
किमिया ये वैसा वही वाला स्टूडेंट है जो कि लास्ट टाइम इसने हमें बताया था कि इल्यूजन्स और लाइज के बारे में कुछ तो था, एक टॉपिक जिसके बारे में ये बता रहा था बुक में देखकर, उसकी बुक में लिखा हुआ था, तो शायद इससे हमें कुछ पता चले. देखते हैं.
The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just fortune-telling. It's no good for practical problems. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to?
Let's try talking to the again.
Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again?
She cares a lot about the watch.
Yeah, if we tap into Dia's strong sense of responsibility as a mercenary, then she'll definitely take us seriously. At this time of day, Dia's probably just finished beating up those kidnappers. Let's go find her.
I'm fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Perfect timing. Both of you are here.
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous
A gang of kidnappers had just...
Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss Dunyarzad, I could've went all out. Anyway, can you do something for me?
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around. Did Paimon get that right?
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
People from Sumeru do not dream. चलो देखते हैं ये.
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange...
इससे क्या related है?
That doesn't sound right.
ये है क्या?
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then she was injured because she wasn't used to her new weapon.
ये वाला हो सकता है.
Tell her, Traveler!
You got injured because you aren't used to your current great sword. Sold your sword great to support the festival. Sold your...
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. And just now, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. What's going on?
All right, so this is the situation.
Okay.
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we do have basic common sense.
Haven't you noticed something off about...
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but... her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bench over there.
My lady, are you angry?
Come with me, I will show you some evidence.
All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's make this a quick trip. Miss Dunyarzad isn't completely safe here.
Bring Dia to Nahida. कहाँ लेके चलना है इसको? यहाँ पर है ना इसका रास्ता जाने का? पूरा पेड़ से पूरा लिपटा हुआ है भाई ये तो पूरी इसके अंदर है
Too slow.
Grand Bajra.
Too slow. Quit following me.
तो दूसरा हिस्सा है यहाँ पे
Nahida! We brought a friend! Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad? Where and who are you talking to?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
अच्छा okay इसको कुछ दिख नहीं
Hold
रहा.
on. Over there. Is that?
You can see it.
Wow, how perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she doing?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she was here?
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret or disappointment.
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has been repeating itself.
बड़ी दिक्कत है भाई ये तो.
So,
समझो
you
इस
think the
चीज को.
sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zero's festival as a sick joke.
You're using Akasha to intentionally repeat the. Acha.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must know something about the Akasha!
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
ये क्या कह दिया भाई इसने?
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered by the gnosis of Sumeru's art.
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes, "The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and it grants knowledge to the people."
Sure.
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait.
What's up?
I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom? How does that work?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh yeah, that sounds about right. What do you think?
People from Sumeru do not bring Akasha. Information on the Akasha. Abnormal mental. ये हो सकता है.
Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through. My mind feels exhausted, even...
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us?
But how would it do that?
Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there? We don't know any specifics.
What's the point of doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain. This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words. When this is over, I'm getting evidence and exposing this whole thing to the public.
Everyone's removed their Akasha. Okay.
How does everyone feel?
Actually, I also noticed something else.
Huh? What is it?
I feel like at the end of every day.
Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
I hear the same sound in port or...
It's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming from inside my head. We took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties.
But we cannot lose all of our progress.
बाहर से कोई बात कर रहा है, उनकी आवाज़ है ये. एक्चुअली पहले से ही इनको वो करके रखे हुए हैं अभी.
Paimon remembers everything!
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
At the end of last night.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that?
We have been implanted with another form of terminals.
But now we can at least confirm one thing. The Akasha definitely has something to do with whatever's trapping us in this cycle. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody's wisdom?
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way they are.
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never told us anything about yourself.
I guess I'm the moon.
The moon? Wasn't that the result of our divination?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things. Don't get distracted and miss any clues.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her. If Paimon's reading the time correctly, those kidnappers should be showing up soon.
अच्छा तो ये सीन था. वापस से एक चीज़ आएगी ना.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
More than something like...
Dia?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
This was scratching
You didn't get hurt this time.
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs.
Aren't you still getting used to your...
Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it. Please, don't tell Miss Dunyarzad.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
During your battle.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had to say something, it's weird how such a new weapon could feel so familiar. It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You're saying that although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
Traveler, what do you think?
Good, because we removed our Akasha.
Yeah! Paimon's feeling really hopeful.
Is it possible that we have already broken free?
Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
know for sure at the end of the day.
I have no clue what you two are talking about, but it's still dangerous here, so...
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnappers around?
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read minds?
Forget it. Go and do your thing.
कि पूरा दिन निकल जाता है ऐसे ही. At the end हम चीज़ों को फिगर आउट करने में क्या सक्सेसफुल रहेंगे आज?
It's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have stayed the same. Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured every other time she fought the kidnappers. Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad?
Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good sleep tonight.
Hey, what kind of an answer is that?
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as anything beyond a made-up concept? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sub-Zero's festival.
Okay, no more. Paimon's brain is already shut down.
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
Huh? Hold on, what did you just say? Did Paimon hear you correctly?
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that.
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago.
You're going to go get some rest.
Yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day, it feels like it's been a long time since we've really gotten to relax.
फिर से sound आई.
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices are trivial.
We're still in the same day.
As expected, it's not as simple as we thought.
Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the Samsara? Why did you tell us?
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often, and I thought it might help you clear your minds.
Paimon thought the Duke did that! Whatever. Guess you were looking out for us after all.
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little fast.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence. In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me. Get it?
अच्छा.
Nahida's
ऐसा
talking
क्या?
about confusing stuff again.
ऐसा तो नहीं है कि ये कुछ गड़बड़ कर रही हो, क्योंकि ये तो देख पा रहे हैं, सिर्फ ये इसी को देख पा रहे हैं. कुछ तो गड़बड़ है.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
Time loop theory is indeed incorrect.
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory?
Dia's fighting skills have been improving.
Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a simple time loop, people's physical condition should also reset.
So, what's your new hypothesis?
Access sound information in the Akasha. Bodily memories. Wait a minute.
Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory. And Dia was able to use her experiences to avoid injury in later samsara cycles.
See associator. Please select another text to get association. अच्छा ये memories are deleted every day.
If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive that same day again and again.
Correct. इस बार मैंने बिल्कुल सही चूज किया. We aren't in time loop.
Oh, then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day before. But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
That isn't simple at all!
Still the wrong conclusion.
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right! She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go!
Record complete. New cast. अच्छा इसी का है ना एक्ट 2 आ गया है चलो इस बार फिर हमें कुछ नया सीखने को मिलेगा 1 मिनट और मैं पीछे से ये ऑन कर दूँ यार
Too slow.
Teleport waypoint.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell anyone about it.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it.
You don't actually need to explain everything.
Oh, that works!
You suddenly became professional with your greatsword because we lived through the same day many times already.
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this greatsword, but my brain just doesn't remember it?
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zero's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
I've thought about that too. But if the tags were behind this.
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything! It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
ठीक है. इस बार ये ले जा रही है हमें. पहले हम उसको ले जाते थे थाने कि भाई ये सीन हो रहा है, और अब ये हमें ले जा रही है. कुछ नया हुआ है मतलब इस लूप में.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike. It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they used some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training.
Okay, that makes sense.
Whew. Hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain-exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
हो सकता है कि ये सपने में ही है और ये लोग बाहर कहीं पर हो सकते हैं ना. तो मे बी मतलब मार्क को वो चेंज नहीं कर सकते, मगर मेमोरीज को वो चेंज कर सकते हैं ना वहाँ पे.
Back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong? But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime.
We are not in a time loop.
Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now? Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately.
How come we have never thought about leaving the city?
Huh?
Leaving the city.
Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution! Many things should become clear if we can confirm the flow of time outside of the city. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired?
It is really strange.
How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city.
Talk to Nahida. कहाँ पर है ये? लेफ्ट में ही तो है. तो पूछना पड़ेगा कि हम पहले सिटी लीव करके देख चुके हैं.
Too slow.
back early today. Did you find something new?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time, we have a new question.
What will happen if we try to leave the city?
Leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before.
We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we say when we got back?
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember anything about leaving town.
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Let's try again tomorrow.
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow. Our memories are back! About that. Well, where should Paimon begin?
What do you mean?
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you.
The message from who?
Listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. Achha.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday.
Let's go and try to leave the city.
Okay, let's go.
ठीक है, empty illusions
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait until tomorrow.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. How completely unsurprising.
अच्छा तो ये
Let's go and question them.
बाहर ही नहीं जाने दे रहे भाई.
Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else.
Of course, the Academy won't share their plans with them.
Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? Those guards can't be everywhere at once. This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Let's hurry! Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind?
Leaving the city might trigger disruption to our memories.
But what if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then Paimon won't be able to help you. Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been together, haven't we? Okay. Paimon will wait for you. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible.
ठीक है, हमें पाइमोन के बिना जाके वहाँ पे देखना एक बार कि क्या सीन है। Let's go and try to leave the city today. What's wrong, Paimon?
Paimon would never see you again. You just disappeared. Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall, and you never came back. You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look.
Acha, what did I promise?
Paimon, calm down. She's here now. I don't think she understood what you were saying.
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day.
Although I don't remember doing any of this. I won't leave you behind.
Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear.
I was so scared that you
Paimon was
had
so
gone into
scared that you had gone into another world.
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday?
I describe your plan from yesterday.
I see. Using two people's different perspectives.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant.
You sure that what you saw you were zoning out or anything?
No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention.
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this?
Yes, I don't even know that yesterday exists.
I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories can't be awoken.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased?
So they do just restrict access to Sumeru city.
It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose.
अच्छा, तो वो इसलिए सारी मेमोरीज वैसे ही मिटा देते हैं कि बाहर कोई जाए तो इनका मतलब सीन वो है। चलो।
But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message? But how can we send it back?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... Okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Give me some time and take care of Dunyarzad for me.
Yep, now we're talking.
ओके, इतना टाइम बीत गया भाई, वो आई नहीं।
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Anyway, we can use this now to record a message, right?
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're outside the city.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now.
Worth a try.
Let's go then. Let's expose those sages. All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once yesterday. But Paimon still isn't happy about it.
See you tomorrow, Paimon.
Okay. See you tomorrow, Traveler. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you were outside.
Okay. Now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages together.
can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty, except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru City space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird contents.
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Okay, इसने पता लगा लिया था लगभग.
Why did the message end right there? What did the traveler want to say? What are those spaces?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message?
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said even the final spaces also disappeared.
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
The real world. The space where we were yesterday. A space without human presence.
Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that be That doesn't sound right.
ये वाला होना चाहिए.
Was that space actually the real world? But was that space actually the All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of human presence. That doesn't sound...
The space where we were yesterday.
My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha.
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also disappears, and we're taken to the next day. Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day? Paimon's head is spinning. Just what are these spaces anyhow?
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy and a half.
A secret. Give me some time, I need to organize my thought.
Hey! Where are you going?
Organize your thought from you.
Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then, Paimon won't disturb you.
अरे अब क्या सोचेगी ये, पूरा दिन निकल जाएगा भाई. निकाल दिया.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have some other stuff to do first.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away.
I think I know.
Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You can tell us both together. This time.
वैसे वापस बात करनी पड़ेगी. क्या फिगर आउट किया है हमने, जरा देखें.
You're back! I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces, are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival? Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of... Those spaces remind me of... dreams. Like the one I had in the Avidia forest. Except... these have no sign of human presence. That doesn't sound right.
Is without human presence.
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a...
Dream with no human presence. ये है क्या? लास्ट वाला भी बचा है.
I can't seem...
The truth behind the dreams.
We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream. But the truth is, the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when she was trying to describe them. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
The Akasha is a manifestation, god of wisdom power, applies the wisdom of the intent, and get grant knowledge to the people. The Akasha operate represent. क्या हो सकता है? Grants knowledge to the people.
And it grants knowledge to the people.
That doesn't sound...
And it grants knowledge to... It is the manifestation of the god of wisdom's power.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams, too. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that?
Isn't there any more?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So it was all a dirty trick? The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
तो मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि जब से हम आए हैं सुमेरु में तब से हम ड्रीम ही देख रहे हैं क्या, जब हम बेहोश हुए थे पहली बार. And they don't intend to stop them.
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
The appearance and disappearance of the spirit.
Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized. Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared. I can't seem to cohesively piece everything together.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha, and so it continues.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right?
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
Alright, last question. Who am I?
Illusion lies the moon. The moon.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if Nahida has referred to herself as the moon...
So you noticed.
You are Laser Lord.
I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali, Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Lesser Lord Kusanali. So ये वही है. I have a lot of questions for you.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now.
Why couldn't you simply tell us the truth?
You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your mind. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing.
How do the sales manage to keep people from noticing this?
Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sub-Zero's festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero's festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identical dream.
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example of what you mean?
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of deja vu. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them over and over again.
About the side effect of a mass-produced dream.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end? And if so, when?
We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate. Especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on them.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this!
Why is the dream about the festival?
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Even you don't know the reason? Wow, now that's strange.
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it. Traveler, do you have any information?
Selecting dreams with no human presence. The Grand Sage speech. Inform on the Akasha.
Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. That doesn't sound right. Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean?
Could mean I don't have any. Why is this?
Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying to do, this is unforgivable. After we end the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, we have to look into them.
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is ridiculous!
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
A sun and a moon? Nahida's talking in riddles again. Oh, we're out of time today.
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali? Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way! Are we too late?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon
can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she also going to disappear?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
Puppets are stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do—
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she still...
It still meant a lot to her.
Far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sub-Zerus Festival with so...
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the Sage's fault, and theirs alone.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Great, but how do we do that?
Although the Sub-Zerus Festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So, how should we find that person?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Imagination?
Imagination की
What
power
do you mean
बहुत
by that?
ज़्यादा होती है ड्रीम में हम कुछ भी चेंज कर सकते हैं भाई साहब Imagination
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when the server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and mora on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food.
हाँ मुझे तो कभी-कभी पता चल जाता है कि मैं ड्रीम में एक सपने में हूँ तो मैं जो भी चाहे इमेजिन कर सकता हूँ तो मैं बहुत कुछ इमेजिन कर लेता हूँ और वो चीज़ें हो जाती हैं वहाँ पर सही बात है So we find the host then what?
Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack. And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara. As for me, during this time, I'll be out of town.
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far only for Dunyarzad to... She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her.
I just feel so demoralized.
Yeah. Saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake. Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
Knowing the plan, they will probably become aware that way they were dreaming.
Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond their control. Like Nahida and Ut, so... Who do you think the host of the dream is?
Maybe fairies, the night of flowers.
Oh, that would make sense! Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is a symbol of the whole Sub-Zero's festival, right? Pretty core character. Let's go ask him some questions, shall we?
The end of the Sub-Zero festival. Talk to the fairies, the night of flowers.
Too slow. Too slow.
Squall and Fury! You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
Could you make a wish?
Imagine your wish coming true before your every eye.
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more wishing!
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Night of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is. When she placed the hat of the Night of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero's festival. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Night of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years, 100 years, I'll serve her till the end of time.
Shadi.
Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty embarrassing. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh, you're...
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yalda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as she's happy.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy.
Okay. Ek minute.
It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her. But none of them has any idea that she...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnappers.
I will teach them a lesson, then forget.
Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, guys. Return to the accommodation. यहाँ से लेफ्ट में करो.
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take...
Take me out and leave.
Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you.
You're wasting your breath.
You... Fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fighting skills. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup. Suit yourself. You're going down.
चलो अब कुछ होगी ना fight.
New punch today.
Love the jungle.
Nice and spicy.
Let's light it up!
You're dead.
अभी ये क्या मार रहे हैं?
Bow your head.
कुछ तो इसने अजीब सा किया था भाई.
Boba, get them!
वो घर में घुसा घुसा कर मारा उनको. आ गया ये. ये बताता हूँ.
Let's light it up!
Behold. You want this one? Where do you think you're going?
और कहाँ है भाई? और भी है क्या? चलो आगे अभी.
Let's light it up!
Nice and spicy.
Quit to cry louder. Huh? Take that! The wind rises.
ये तो नीचे गिर गया. इसको आने दिया.
Adventure time!
Behold! Oh, so sorry. Ja! Ja! The wind rises. Wretched vermin!
300 का जा रहा है डैमेज हर बार. Okay.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up? She said it was because she had forgotten something.
Yes, I do remember that.
Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sub-Zero's festival.
Should we check out what the...
Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search. This is the place. It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside.
Bounce enter the room and return a while later.
This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it?
After almost 16 days, I was finally able to get these notes written in before the Sub-Zero festival. On the festival ends, you and Paimon will probably continue your journey immediately, so I was hoping that I would be able to give this to you before that. This is a compilation of folk legends concerning Laser Lord Kasunali, created from a series of interviews that I conducted in succession and wrote down. I interviewed so many people, but I am afraid that there are very few who know much about her. Still, I hope that this will be of use to you in your search for her. Gandharva well water supply was once contaminated. Forces everyone to go very far out to get water. But one day people suddenly found that the water was drinkable again, and some said that a green light was seen near the water source the previous night. Everyone believes that this was the divine power of Laser Lord Kasunali at work. This sounds quite possible that decontamination of water source via natural means probably takes ages. Did Laser Lord Kasunali Gandhar Valley? This was recorded. Acha.
Wow, Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us even while we were away. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zero's festival, right? If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you off to now?
Okay, talk to you then. चलो फाइनली मुझे लग रहा है कि ये एंड होने वाली है चीज़ें यहाँ पे. Okay, cutscene.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago.
Okay. तो ये इसको मेमोरीज में कुछ तो हो रहा है.
Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's dance of Sub-Zerus.
I can barely recall it now.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come...
Not leave behind any regrets.
What? Where are we going this time?
To watch the dance. अच्छा. Watch the dance. चलो guys चलते हैं सीधा. Dance.
Quit following me. Quit following me. Too slow.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this? Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia. I don't want to drag you into this.
अरे अब तो डांस देख के रहेंगे भाई सामने वालों को क्या ही है.
Traveler.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste. Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff?
Just like I thought.
Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just substitutes.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Hold on a moment.
Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful shade of purple.
तो ये था सीन.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice. Dunyarzad, did you find these?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So, how?
Yeah. What's going on here?
Will close your eyes.
Huh?
Imagine that the Grand Sage and his entourage are not here in front of you.
You guys are acting weird. But okay, I'll try.
Okay, कुछ तो हो रहा है. Oh, तो ये है the real host.
So Nilu's the host. What a surprise! Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage. It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumes assumed there would be real Patisaras in the flower pot. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu? But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming. How should we make Nilu realize that?
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
How did you come to that conclusion?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sub-Zeru's festival?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon.
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So it was about the first sage, huh?
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City, and founded the Academia. What a happy ending.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes. But his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, like the sage in the story.
Now that Nilu is aware of it.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zeru's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zeru's as beautiful as we can.
अच्छा जी, I've been waiting a long time for this. चलो भाई डांस वांस देखते हैं जरा क्या सीन है.
The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zeru's.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
अरे भाई साहब एक्सीलेंट परफॉर्मेंस भाई, देख के मज़ा आ गया डांस. इसके लिए तो वेट कर रहे थे हम. चलो फाइनली ये इल्यूजन ओवर हो गया है। अरे इल्यूजन क्रिएट क्यों किया हमारे को तो समझ नहीं आया।
Good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time. Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night? Paimon thinks it was after the Sub-Zero's festival. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero Samsara? Quick, take off your Akasha terminal.
At the end of the dance, also I think I saw. स्टिल एग्जिस्ट करती है वो लड़की की नहीं भाई, जिंदा है या नहीं है, या सिर्फ उसके लिए ही उसने किया था शायद।
She's not in her room. What happened?
Just get rid of the usual.
Huh? What usual?
The festival find them here. अच्छा, maybe ये main है।
Following me.
दुनिया ज़ाड ये नीलू की डांस को मिस कर रही थी क्योंकि वो शायद होगी नहीं, शायद वो लाइव नहीं होगी इसलिए।
Well done, traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad! You're okay! Oh, don't scare us like that!
Oh, Traveler Paimon, I have something amazing to tell you. I just had a dream, and I saw Nilu performing the dance of Sub-Zeros.
Sure. Okay. Missing star from the talents. Okay. In the end, Nilu's dance and the us heard in the down. If memory serves, you seem to have were in front of the stage. चलो ये तो हो गया ना एक quest Act 2, अभी पूरा नहीं हुआ क्या? इससे बात करते हैं जरा, देखते हैं।
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zero's festival.
And
Dunyarzad, did you save her?
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the traveler's favorite bench?
यही ठीक है इनका। चलिए बात कर लेते हैं जरा फटाफट।
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right.
After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw what the traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. Not a moment too soon.
Very happy ending.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. I need to spend more time observing human emotions.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions.
About what I saw in a dream at the Avida forest.
At the Avidia forest, there was
Yeah.
this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious and dream of a huge tree and a red sky.
You also heard someone's voice, right? It said world and forget me.
Yeah, so you do know. We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky was related to Conria.
It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. Perhaps her last memory before she died. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable.
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from King Deshret.
King Deshret? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably just heard some of their conspiracies.
Okay, so what does the message mean?
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Akasha isn't currently capable of doing that. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it. Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the Academia about this many times, but people still keep falling victim to it. But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying to decipher it.
So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said that Irminsul is sick. Is it because of the contaminated consciousness? But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like our search for you was all in vain.
The Traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it. No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This is the only one left. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as Tevat's.
Why do you look like Catherine?
To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Does this mean you can also occupy other people's consciousnesses?
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, my consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha. I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet.
Hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So Catherine is... No wonder Paimon felt something was off about her. What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in the sanctuary of Surasthana?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. But I've hardly heard from them since. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me, a symbol of her passing.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nahida?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering this nation. And I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover, the Academia is also more proficient at governing this country. My existence has little meaning.
To me, you are already an Excellent Archons.
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you. Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that every once in a while. I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all, there's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. This is the first time I've seen them step out of line. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the Traveler hadn't broken the Sub-Zero samsara, the situation could have become dire. I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. And all the people of interest seem to purposely avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. I think they're deliberately trying to hide something. Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited Tainari to join some kind of project. Could it be related? Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if needed. But I'll have to be discreet, or they'll see me coming.
No one has realized the issue with the Akasha.
You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams? Yeah, it's been such a long time. No one's noticed something's up? It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimately, it's all rooted in the sage's misdirection. Misdirection? The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom, even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the Akasha. With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate their research. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. That's why I've never come out strongly against this. Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages drowned out any voices of doubt. By now, even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams.
I don't have another question.
Got it! I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sub-Zero samsara in the immediate future. Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us. What a relief. This is truly the most exhausting birthday I've ever had.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go. Thank you.
Chalo bhai.
We've spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up some work so we can at least keep ourselves busy.
चलो तो ये हो गया लाइक ट्रिumphant हीरो। एक्ट 3 आ चुका है, एक्ट 2 कंप्लीट हो गया, एक्ट 1 कंप्लीट हो गया है गाइस। तो ये सारी चीज़ें भी करेंगे हम एक एक करके, जब ये सारे हो जाएंगे, लॉक्ड हो जाएंगे। तो चलो अभी के लिए इतना काफ़ी है। यहाँ तक की स्टोरी काफ़ी मतलब बड़ी थी, अच्छा हुआ हम इल्यूजन से वापस आ चुके हैं, हमारे सपनों में थे हम। काफ़ी सेम चीज़ें हो रही थी, तो हमें फिगर आउट हो गया कि भाई यहाँ पे कुछ तो गड़बड़ है। फाइनली हम सक्सेसफुल रहे अपने ड्रीम से वापस आने में, और हमने उसको भी बचा लिया, उस लड़की को भी बचा लिया। विजार्ड जो भी उसका नाम है। और काफ़ी मज़ा आया स्टोरी में, काफ़ी दिमाग घुमा देने वाली स्टोरी थी, पर धीरे धीरे सारी चीज़ें समझ में आ गई। आई होप कि आप लोगों को भी मज़ा होगा आज की स्टोरी में, और अगर मज़ा आया हो तो लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब ठोक देना। बाकी मिलते हैं रात में ग्राइंडिंग के साथ, मे भी ग्राइंड करेंगे या फिर शायद BGMI हो सकता है, BGMI खेलें, मगर ग्राइंडिंग ज़रूर होगी गेम के अंदर। और चीज़ें हमें कलेक्ट करनी हैं, हमारे कैरेक्टर्स को और अपग्रेड करना है, अच्छे से बिल्ड करना है ताकि वो पावरफुल रहें और हम अच्छे से मॉन्स्टर को हरा सकें। तो अभी के लिए बाय बाय, फिर मिलते हैं रात में। बाय बाय।
There's no... What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm trying to live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. 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 Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Oh, yeah, I've discussed it with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face. I stood and wait because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm trying to live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. And if I say